I did text them on Saturday and they did not answer, and they did not answer Sunday. I kept texting them because I wasn't sure why they weren't answering. Hello everybody and welcome to Overdraft app. Today I'm going to be talking about a specific app called Albert, and I'm going to be talking about a specific feature called Albert Genius. If you guys want to learn more about the Albert app in general, check out my other video where I do a complete overview. This one we're just going to be focusing on Albert Genius. So let's get started. So what is Albert Genius? It's basically a group of financial experts that will literally chat with you over text if you have any questions or anything like that. So you can get like personal support for things that are finance related. So when you end up making an account for Albert, like I just did, you get a 30-day free trial for Albert Genius. So you could try it out. And that is what I did, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. So when you first sign on to Albert, you're going to click the lightning rod button at the very bottom of your screen, and that's going to open up the Genius option. And then from there, you'll have a lot of different options to choose from, like debt, budget, save, invest, and other. And what you're going to want to do is click the category that you want. So I wanted to talk about raising my credit score, so I clicked on the other option. And then what it's going to do is automatically pull up a text box for you, and you get to text the person or whoever's available your question, and then they'll get back to you with the information. So I did ask them a few different questions to see what kind of answers they would give me as a little test. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the screenshots and I'll show you what they said. So once I finally got an answer from these guys, they were actually really on top of things. Not only did they send me like novel length text messages explaining their answer, but they also sent a link to a Loom video which explained the concepts further, which I really appreciated. I'm pretty impressed by this feature. I think it's going to be really helpful. Another thing, if you want to use Albert Genius, you do have to make an account with Albert in general, the Albert app. You also don't have to transfer any money or use Albert at all in order to use Albert Genius. So that's also really helpful too. If you just want that free trial of Albert Genius and nothing else, you can totally access it without having to move your money around. So first of all, a misconception that I had about this, because they advertised it as people being there every day. They said text any day. I was thinking it was going to be like a one-on-one kind of chat conversation, and it's not like that. It's more of like email correspondence. So it does take a while for them to answer you. They only answer during business hours, which is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I did have a bit of a struggle finding their business hours. I had to text them like 4 times until they told me what the business hours were, and that I was texting them outside of the business hours. So just be mindful of that. It's not like a 24-hour support chat. The customer service, however, is 24/7 support, so that is super helpful. But for Albert Genius itself, you do have to wait, and you have to wait until a weekday as well. I did text them on Saturday and they did not answer, and they did not answer Sunday. I kept texting them because I wasn't sure why they weren't answering, and finally someone said business hours are from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it took a little bit of digging to find that information. So I'm just letting you guys know up front, it is not a chat conversation. It's more of a you send a message and they'll like be slow to respond, but they'll get back to you. So just view it more as that instead of like needing immediate help. Overall, I think Albert Genius is a genius idea. I was a little bummed that I couldn't get a hold of them like when I needed to or immediately, but it's a pretty good service, especially for that free trial. I would highly recommend you check it out yourself, and if you need any financial help, seeing what kind of information they can give you. And you can always cancel your subscription if you don't like it. Hope that was helpful, and I will talk to you guys soon in the next video. As always, like this video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you've decided to try this Albert Genius. Bye.